Hey, how's it going everyone? We got a fun video to go over right now. Pretty excited to go over 9 things that we know already about update number 4 coming out next Wednesday on April 5th. And so far these 9 items kind of vary from ears or rides, since we already know that the new Star Path is going to be featuring the Disney parks. We know some of the rides, we know some of the furniture, benches, all that sort of things. So we're going to go and look at these in detail for all 9 of the items. So if you're looking forward to that, hit that subscribe button so you can see videos like this in the future, and hit the like button for me if you can to help this video and channel out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with these 9 items. Alright, so this video was actually posted just about 3 hours ago, and it's a quick 5-second video, but these 5 seconds are very important because we're going to see 9 new things that were added, or that's going to be added in just about less than a week now. So what I'll do is play these 5 seconds and we can quickly watch what's going on. And yeah, I know it's really quick, but what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna kind of slowly watch things so that I can kind of point out all the new things that's gonna be added to the game. All right, first and foremost, I'm gonna go over what I feel like everyone notices first, and that's our characters actually gliding. Look at that, gliding across the entire ground area that it's covering right now, right? And we're not too sure what's going on, right? Is it some kind of a new perk? Is it the shoes that we get and can glide? Is it something that we eat? Is it potions that we take? Not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. And this might actually be a faster movement speed than versus the boost that we get from when we cook a meal and eat it. I feel like this is much faster. So this is going to be exciting, so we can get across our valley at a faster rate if we need to go somewhere without, teleporting and all that. But yeah, that's the first thing that I wanted to go over, and it's really cool. You can see all the sparkles coming out, the blue and the pink, purple color, that the smoke that's coming out from gliding. And from looking at the actual tweet here, you can see gliding into this weekend like, and it shows, like a surfing. So in addition to like us gliding on the regular land, can we actually surf and do this on the water? I guess we'll have to find out, but that would be really cool if we can glide across water. Even though there really aren't waves in the water, if they can somehow make some waves pop out and we can kind of surf or glide across that water, I think that'll be awesome. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to look at is right in the top left of our screen, which is right here. As I'm pointing right there, it is a clock. And it's actually specifically from the ride called It's a Small World. Maybe you've been on it, maybe you haven't, maybe you're annoyed by the music all the time. But whatever the case might be, this is a new clock item that we're getting. And it does look like a pretty good size structure or clock. But the thing I'm not seeing is when you go to the Disney parks, this clock actually moves back and forth. I don't see that happening in this video, so that is a little bit disappointing if it won't do that kind of back and forth motion. Or also at, like, let's say at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at the top of the hours, if nothing comes out like it does in the Disney parks, I mean, that's also a little disappointing. But I'll be okay without something popping out every hour or so. But I think if we can actually get this motion to happen on the top of the clock here, that's all. That'll be perfect. That's all I need, honestly. So pretty much have to wait and see, is there anything else other than just this plain old clock that is from the It's a Small World ride. The third item I wanted to go over are the balloons, and we actually see it multiple spots. You can see it here, you can see it back there, you can see it back there on the right as well. So I believe they're the same exact balloon pieces on all of them, but I was actually expecting, I was hoping something that, we would see related to balloons, and it makes sense. And if we compare it to what you see at the Disney parks, it's actually pretty accurate, I feel like. You see the balloon within a balloon with the Mickey shape inside of it. You see like the character balloons. And I think in the back one over here, you kind of see, I think this one's like a Woody one, Woody character balloon. So that's cool. You have Tinkerbell and all that. So definitely the balloons are pretty accurate. I wish it was kind of attached to a cart or something. But I mean, better than nothing, right? At least we have the balloons. The fourth thing I want to go over is this bench that we're seeing right here. I think we see the bench one other time. No, we don't. Okay, so the bench, we only see this one time, and it looks pretty accurate. The thing about this is, and I'll show you a picture right now, the Mad Tea Party, the teacup ride here, actually has the same bench right next to it. So as you're seeing in the picture, you can see in the background, a little bit right there, you can see there are teacups, and it has the same exact bench. Oh, and actually looking back at it, I see the bench right over here. There you go, perfect. So you can see the bench is a separate piece. It's not attached to the tea party like how it is at Disneyland. You can see in the pictures there, it's not attached. This is its own bench, and you could put it anywhere you want. You could have as many as you want, and I think these are great. They look like a nice bench to have in your valley. The fifth thing I want to look at, and I probably should have done it as number 2, but it's fine, are the ears actually that we have on our head right now. So number 5, you can see these are new ears. I don't think we have those at this time. I haven't really seen these ears at the Disney parks. I have seen like the glow in the dark ones, and maybe that's what this one is. And I can't tell if the Mickey shapes here is kind of surrounded by like a plastic glass ball on each of them. That's kind of, I have seen those at the park, so maybe that's what these are. I hope there are different color options. That'd be cool, or maybe a way to change the colors. That'd be even better. But yeah, that's the 5th thing I wanted to go over. All right, the 6th thing that I want to go over, and I pretty much called it in my last video. I did say like there's a 95% chance that this thing is going to be added to the game, and it is the teacups from the Mad Tea Party that you see at Disneyland, you see at Disney World, you see it everywhere. And I feel like they had to put it because, you know, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and as I mentioned before, that it's one of the first things that you see. You get that little teacup ride set that you can have and put it in your island. So they kind of had to do it. And I mean, this looks, of course, better because it actually is the original teacups. You see everything. It looks great. It looks perfect, exactly the way that I thought it will look. Unfortunately, I don't see anyone being able to get on it, right? I mean, it seems like size-wise, maybe the characters can fit in it, but I just don't see the characters being able to go in it and do it. It'll be awesome. I just don't see it. It might just be, you know, just for display purposes, but it's cool that it does spin around like the way it's doing right now. All right, the 7th thing, and we can barely see it, but we do see it on the right side. It is the Dumbo ride, right? The flying Dumbo ride. I don't really know the exact name of it. I think it's the flying Dumbo ride. All right, I was mistaken. It's called Dumbo the Flying Elephant. But yeah, we have the Dumbo the Flying Elephant ride. This is, you know, when you're a kid, it's really cool to be on. It just goes around. There are multiple flying Dumbos going around, and you can go up or down with the motion that you can do, right? You have like a handle in front of you, and you can go higher or you can go lower. It spins around at a decent speed, and yeah, it's just a really fun thing to have, and I feel like it's a nice addition to the game, especially since we don't have anything Dumbo related. So now that we do, I mean, I feel like the possibilities are endless. All right, now we're down to the last 2 items. I don't want the trash can to be the last thing we go over, so I'm gonna save maybe the best for last, maybe for some of you. But okay, so the 8th thing I want to go over are the trash cans. It's hard to see. It's at the very end of this video right there, back towards the right, you see over here. I think the trash cans are a little bit iconic at the Disney parks. It's just because they have a unique look to them. They look pretty clean for trash cans, I guess. But you can see it looks like a double or a double-ended one, like a recycling one, and then a regular trash can for everything else. So I think maybe it comes like that together rather than being a separate piece. But yeah, I mean, these trash cans will be a nice addition as well, depending on what you're trying to do with your rally. All right, and the 9th and last thing we'll go over is the biggest item that I believe that we're getting out of this in terms of height and just, you know, how much space it takes in your valley, and it is the Ferris wheel that we're seeing right here. Now, in terms of the Ferris wheel at Disney, I think at California Adventure is the only spot that I've seen a Ferris wheel. I don't recall seeing, and I've been to all the Disney parks in the United States, so I don't recall seeing any other Ferris wheel. I can only recall the one at California Adventure, and well, you can see if you compare it to the picture that we're looking at for California Adventure, it does have this sun looking, you know, we can't see the whole thing, but it does have that sun looking thing, and maybe they do have the Mickey ears on top, we just can't see it at the moment. And the only difference is that they have the regular carts going around rather than one that you see in the inside, which have a little bit of a difference where they kind of swivel back and forth, they kind of shake a bit. It's a bit scary. I haven't been on it, but actually I don't think I will go on that, but a lot of people do enjoy it. But yeah, I don't think we have those in this ride here or on this Ferris wheel. But hey, we get a Ferris wheel. I'm excited for it. So far, these 3 big items that we're getting, the Ferris wheel, the teacups, the Dumbo ride here, I'm excited for it. Maybe there's more. All right, perfect. It's all sunny in the valley again. And so yeah, I mean, we've got so many things coming. a lot of the items here in this star path versus some of the previous ones are much bigger items, right? So you're gonna have to get some space, make some space for a lot of those if you plan to use it, right? You don't have to, but if you plan on adding them, you do have to make space and, you know, do a few other things. And so if you're interested, check out this video right here on the screen right now, because it could help you out quite a bit in terms of what you need to do to prepare for the update 4 coming out in less than a week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and take care.